In this video about the calculator, we're going to talk about the trace key. It's right here to the right of Zoom. So I want to start by going back to a y equals screen. You must have some function in there in order for trace to make any sense. As a matter of fact, you must have something in the y equals screen for any of these buttons to make any sense. Review window sets your X min and X max, Y min and Y max. Zoom allows you to let the calculator sort of set a window for you, and the only one we've done is Zoom 6. Now we're going to look at trace. All right, I have a graph. I'm going to look at the graph of it. I'm in an acceptable or maybe a good viewing window. And I'm not going to do much with trace because I don't use trace very often. But when I click on trace, it shows me, at least in this model of the calculator, that I am on the function listed in Y1. And then it puts a blinking cursor in the middle, as far as X's are concerned, of the screen, and it shows the coordinates of the point. You can move right and it will drag along the cursor will drag along the curve, but you can see that these are quite cumbersome numbers. It has to do with the number of pixels on the screen and the size of your window and all kinds of things. If you use the left, then it travels along the graph moving toward the left, even though it might be going up or down. Well, what do the up and down arrows do? Well, if I go back to y equals and I turn on a second function, activate it by going left till I'm sitting on the equal sign, press enter. Now I get back off, hit graph. It's going to graph a second function on here. Mine will do it in a separate color. When I go to trace, I am still tracing along my Y1 graph, the blue one in my screen. If I want to hop to the other graph, I can either use up or down. And now it says it's on Y2. Which is x squared plus 7. In my graph, it's red, and I can move left and right. If I want to get to the other graph, I can hit up. I can hit down. When you only have two graphs, up or down doesn't make any difference. If you have multiple graphs, then you're actually going through the list in the y equals, up the list or down the list. Okay, so trace. It gives you some not so pleasant, very tedious numbers with lots of decimal places, but at least you have a general idea of where your cursor is because it will be on the graph. Left, right, move it along the graph, up, down, toggle it between multiple graphs. I will rarely ever use trace except maybe just to get a ballpark figure of where something is. I will never answer a question with these kinds of numbers. Okay, so that's it for trace. Short video.